What is up, YouTube? Rogie here. Welcome to another episode of Rogie Talks. That's two back to back. But I want to talk about an XP tracking system. So recently I've had an idea that I think Jagex should implement. I think it would bring back competition in RuneScape in general with skill XP gains and things like that, and people wouldn't have to worry about people buying a bunch of XP to wipe out their XP records and things like that through SOF and all that kind of stuff. So basically, what you can see on screen are some concepts that I've made for the XP tracking system page on the website. So basically what this would do is you'd see the high scores on the web page. High scores would be listed as ranks as they are now. So basically, person with the most XP would be rank 1, person with the least XP would be rank whatever. But I think what should happen with these high scores is that they should be limited. So you'd only have like 100 people or so on these pages to lessen memory and sort of to make them more compact and more prestigious type thing. But with this kind of thing, what you'd see is, well, the first thing you probably notice that's different is that there is a total XP gained and a lamped XP column. And the reason for this is that I think that there should be a differentiation between XP that you gain from like base skilling. So like say if you were to chop a tree down and you'd get some XP for chopping down a willow tree, and then you had some say bonus XP from a fallen star from from Treasure Hunter. So you'd get say 30 XP for chopping down a willow or something like that, and then you'd really gotten 60. So if you got 60 XP and 30 of it was bonus, the 30 bonus XP would go into lamped XP and the 30 base XP will go into the base XP. So in the total XP it would say that you gain 60, but in the lamped XP it'd say you gain 30. So half of what you got is lamped. So if somebody had a similar thing, but they gained 40 XP and none of that was bonus XP, then they'd be on top of you, even though you gained 60 XP, but 30 of it was lamped. But what I want to do with this is make it so that these two XP columns have arrows beside them so that you can check the arrows and decide which one is prioritized. So like say if you wanted to see how much XP had been lamped in one day as a record, say, I guess it could even give people their own sort of record system if they wanted to go and buy a bunch of spins and gain a bunch of XP or whatever and be a rank 1 in that, and you could show the rank 1 in that and the rank 1 for person who'd gained the most base XP without buying any XP as well. But I think something like that would massively bring back competition, and it would give people an incentive to go back into real skill competition and see how much XP they could gain in a given day, month, week, year, whatever, and it would be a lot more prestigious. But the other thing you might notice is that there is a timer. As there is with the current seasonal high scores, there's a timer on them, and it basically says ends in, and then it'll have a timer that counts down from say 24 hours if it's a day or whatever. But in this case you can see that it's counting down from the 24 hours, and on the time skill selection on the right hand side, day is selected, so it's counting down from 24 hours and there's 23 hours left. So that makes sense. But with that timer it would count down constantly, which means that everybody who took part in a skill or was gaining skill XP during that time is very knowledgeable about how much time they've got left and when the next timer starts. The timer would reset at the same time every single night, which will be midnight or 1 a.m. depending on daylight savings. It would basically reset when reset happened. So, they know that when reset happens, they can start powering out their XP and go for the record. Whereas I think with the rune tracker system, it's currently broken and you can't really tell when it resets and it's a little bit random. But I think if it reset at the same time as Jagex reset, with ports, spins, that kind of thing, everybody would know exactly when it was going to reset and what was going to happen, so they'd be very prepared to just beast out their XP and go for rank 1 in their skills. And it would, people would feel like they want to compete because you can tell the true difference between people who'd gained their XP from base skilling and stuff like that and bonus XP or whatever. But that also brings you to the concept of, okay, how do you decide what's classed as bonus XP? And I think the only thing that really would be controversial, obviously you don't want things like soft lamps because that's a given, you don't want that. I think things like bonus XP from fallen stars, because you're still technically training the skill. You want, maybe effigies because they're rare. I don't know. Some people have a lot of effigies, so that might be controversial and things like that. Just little things that um, don't make that much of an impact, but would still make an impact on it, or just remove them all completely. And what I was thinking about doing with that is just making a thread on the RuneScape forums or a poll or something like that, and saying, hey, if we were to make an XP tracker system, what would you like? We've noticed we're obviously going to remove lamps and things like that, but what kind of XP would you class as lamp XP or bonus XP that you wouldn't want counted as base XP? And give people the option to do it. And it could potentially go in as a power to the players poll, maybe. I don't know. Just an idea. But you can see the tabs across the top. There's daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, XP records, and graphs. And daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly will basically just show your progress that you've currently made in those selected timescales. So if it was daily and you logged out after you'd gained 60k XP, it would show 60k XP for that day, and it would reset every single day. And then after every day, it would go on to the records page. I guess the year one wouldn't really need to be there until a new year ticks by. So maybe they could start it now and be ready to reset it on New Year's and let people do it on New Year's from this New Year's to next New Year's, or just not put it there at all until New Year's. And then for each week and month it would start a new one and let people gain XP, and it would update on there. And then as soon as that's over and done with, they would move it to the XP track, the record system, and show it on the record system so that people could see it by selecting the timescales on the buttons there. I mean, it could be done a little bit differently. This is just something that I've made in a couple of hours myself. But yeah, you get the idea of the basic concept of it. I think something like this would be really good for competitive skilling in RuneScape again, and it would mean that people wouldn't feel like somebody's gone and just bought a bunch of XP and just annihilated their skill XP record, or gotten a certain rank in a skill through, gaining, buying a bunch of spins. But at the same time, it would also give the people that wanted to buy these spins a way to say, hey, I've bought the most spins, I've gotten this much XP from lamps, and it would show them as rank 1. At the same time, it would show the person that had gained their XP legitimately as rank 1. So it'd sort of be the best of both worlds, and I think, it would sort of express the need for players to gain XP like from base skilling, as well as it would help Jagex in the way that it would give players an incentive to buy spins, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. It's a little bit controversial. Just an idea of as of current. Let me know what you think and all that kind of stuff, because it's it's an idea that I've been thinking about for a few weeks now, and I just really wanted to pull up a concept of it so I can show you guys and talk about it, because it's something that I'm really keen about. And I think we do need an XP tracker system that differentiates the difference between bonus XP and lamped XP and all that kind of stuff, and actual base XP, so that people can feel like they can competitively skill again, and their XP records actually mean something. And I think it would be even better that the records were shown on the official RuneScape website, because where better to show an XP record? It's on the actual RuneScape website. That'll be there forever. If you've gained some beastly XP record, it gives people something a goal, and they know your name. They're like, okay, I want to take over Skiller. He's gotten this much XP in this length of time, but also, it's prestige, for the people that have managed to do it and know how to competitively efficiently skill. It's a really good thing. So I would really like your feedback on this. I've tried to explain it the best I can. If you have any questions, feel free to inbox me on YouTube or post a comment, and I will try my best to answer them. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more episodes of Rogie Talks. Cheers guys, and thanks for watching.